Welcome back. Last week we talked about making sure we monitor our thoughts because our thoughts create our emotions and how we feel. And some of the feedback was interesting. Probably the two biggest parts of feedback that I got was Scott, please stop doing these recordings while you're driving. And the second piece of feedback was give us some real strategies and examples of what I was trying to talk about, what I was trying to communicate. And fortunately or unfortunately, this week I have a very personal example. Most of you know that I had a son that passed away in November of 2016. Obviously a very, very traumatic event for me, for my family, my wife and my sons and grandparents, etc. And so, candidly, I wake up every morning with a choice. I have a choice of whether to focus on Marcus's passing or to focus on the events of Marcus's life that brought us tremendous joy for 21 and a half years. And it is a choice. I have to be 100% clear with everybody. It is a choice. There isn't a single day that I don't shed at least a couple tears thinking about Marcus and thinking about what we've lost and what he lost and what he suffered through in his life, and just a general sadness and malaise about about not having him with us anymore. So generally I'm really good. I spend a couple minutes a day, maybe a couple hours a day in a very very sad and reflective state about the loss that Marcus's passing indicates towards me and indicates towards my emotions. And I guess this week I didn't do a very good job managing that, and I spent the better part of the week this week in not a very good emotional place, to the point where I have people commenting to me about it. You're not yourself. You're not walking as fast as you usually do. Your body language isn't good. Your tone is softer. You seem more pensive, and I knew what was going on. I knew that I wasn't controlling my thinking. I wasn't focusing my thoughts on all the positive things in my life and all the positive things that Marcus brought to my life and all the positive things that my wife and sons and friends and family are bringing to my life. I was focusing on things that made me sad. And it wasn't until last night that I took some time to reflect that I consciously said, all right, how am I going to get myself out of this? Because again, it's a choice. I'm choosing to focus on things that make me emotionally sad. And so last night I took the 25-minute video that a friend created of us, of Marcus's life and all the great times he had in his life, and I watched it for 25 minutes, and I I probably cried for 20 of those 25 minutes. But at the end, I knew I was back in control of my emotions. I had changed my focus from Marcus's death and my self-pity and my feelings for him and what I imagined he must have gone through near the end of his life, and I changed my focus. I changed my focus in those 25 minutes to a life well lived, to a life that so many pictures of Marcus with his two brothers and just Marcus with his mother, and just the looks that they were giving each other, the smiles and the admiration that the boys had for each other was wonderful. And so I don't think it gets any any more real or personal than that. And it's a very, very real example that I have a choice every day of where to focus my thoughts, and where I focus my thoughts will bring me my emotions. And if I'm not careful, if you're not careful, if we're not careful, we will focus on lack. We will focus on sadness. We will focus on stress. Look, bottom line is we will get more of what we focus on. If we think about more good things, we'll get more good emotions. If we think about more sad things, we'll get more sad emotions. The challenge for us in this society, in this culture today, is when we are being bombarded with media that that continually stresses negativity and continually stresses death, disease, and disaster, we will, if we're not conscious of it, we will spend a lot of time thinking about that, and those thoughts produce negative emotions. And that's what I really want everybody to understand. You're in 100% control of what you think and how you think. You're going to be bombarded every day by people you love, people that you care about, people at work, people you don't know, through media, through newspaper, through cell phones, through Facebook, through Instagram. You're going to be bombarded all over by these negative messaging. If you spend too much time in those thoughts, those emotions will quickly follow. And the real key for us and for us to teach our children and teach each other is that focusing our time, where we focus our thinking, will drive our emotions. And please be conscious of that. Please teach others to be conscious of that. And you can help others get out of their funk. You can help others say, hey, what are you focusing on? What are you focusing on that's making you feel so bad today? And you can quickly change. I mean, play a great song, go hang out with a friend, give somebody a hug. You can get yourself out of a negative emotional state very, very simply, as long as you're conscious of it. This week I was not a very good player. I spent a lot of time in a negative place, and look, candidly, it's all my fault. And it wasn't until last night that I was able to get myself out of it. But when I did, it was wonderful. And I don't know. I just hope everybody appreciates that, and I hope for the people of Penfield, New York, you help your community heal by stressing this concept and this philosophy. And think strong now, Penfield strong. Thank you.